Hey guys, and welcome back to the 6th game between Sen and the Little One. So far, there's been a lot of epic battles in this entire series. Once again, it is the Kaspersky Cup Finals, and it seems like the Little One was able to claw his way back in after dropping down to 1-3. He was able to win one game in the last battle, which was arguably probably the best fight that we've seen so far in Kulos Ravine, with nothing short of the battle cruiser coming into play. And so I'm excited to bring this series, this next game to you guys. It is once again game number 6, and it is on Desert Oasis. Desert Oasis, as you guys all know, one of those hated maps by the players, but a loved map by the audience simply because of its uncanny ability to spawn those interesting and long drawn-out games. We'll have to see if this game is going to be a match for the last game, or at least rival it in terms of awesomeness. And so I'm excited to bring this to you guys. Looks like TLO once again gonna be spawning as Terran, and he is spawning as the blue Terran up at the 12. Sen, the Korean Zerg, spawning down in the bottom left-hand corner. And already something a little interesting to note is the Little One is not walling off his buildings. He is placing his supply depot right behind this mineral line right here, and I guess, I'm not sure why, but I'm guessing that he's going to be putting a racks and a factory out here instead. And really, the reason why you want to do that is to avoid the possibility of a Baneling bust quickly bursting through your front ramp. But because of the way this map is laid out, I don't even think a Baneling bust is even in the area of a remote possibility. So we'll see what Sen tries to do. Looks like he's thrown down a 15 pool, which is pretty standard on a map like this. Very safe to go for 15 or even possibly 16 pool, simply because the map distance is so large and far. But you do have to be wary if you're a Zerg player of potential 9 racks Reaper. Very powerful build if you put the racks right here, and then you can just kind of hop your Reapers downwards. Looks like Sen is going to get his drone inside the Terran base, going to harass this SCV a little bit. One little annoying point that you can do with an early scouting drone. Meanwhile, Sen looks like he's grabbed his expansion after seeing that his opponent is not going to be trying any kind of cheese. TLO here moving out. Oh, looks like he's going to be throwing down a proxy factory right behind the gold expansion at the 9 o'clock position. Very dirty play from the Little One, who has continued, really. I think every game in this series so far, he's done something early on to try to throw Sen off of his game. Meanwhile, Sen doing what he did on Incineration Zone, gonna steal the gas very quickly. I think he did this on Kulos as well, stealing the gas whenever he sees the Terran player go for a quick refinery. So now TLO is going to be delayed by that gas just a little bit. And look at this, Sen doing that same strategy again, canceling the extractor when it's about to go down and then replacing it so that he can reuse the time on it. Very creative play here by Sen. Is he going to continue to do that? Let's see if he cancels this extractor right when it reaches the end mark of its health point. And this is something, if you're a Terran player, this must be ultra annoying. Oh, okay, looks like Sen allows the extractor to go up, so a little bit of miscued management on his part. But it doesn't really matter. The extractor is going to drop right now. As let's see what TLO has coming out of here. 2 quick Hellions. And this is something that he can exploit very easily on Sen. Sen here does not have any protection for his natural expansion. If Sen starts to saturate the drones over there, these Hellions are going to have a very easy time burning them away. But look at this, TLO making sure to get rid of that Zergling before it could see the factory. So Sen still has no idea what is going on right now. And the Hellion is going to start getting in here. It's going to burn this drone down. This drone is going to try to run away, never going to make it out of there alive. Unfortunate drone. Too bad it spawned at this hatchery and not the other one. And 2 Hellions now coming in, but Sen very smartly has his queen placed on the ramp, gonna delay or at least deny those Hellions from getting into the base. Is Sen gonna do something to protect this queen though? It can't take that fire flamethrower shot forever, and some Zerglings coming out here. Another queen morphing in at the natural, and I think this is gonna be enough to delay the Hellion attack. Do we have more Hellions on the way? We do have more Hellions on the way. 3 Hellions now, and Sen here has got to be very careful. He cannot, it's better to actually sacrifice this queen than it is to allow the Hellions to run through. And look, Sen bringing another queen to replace the old queen, and now the Hellions, oh, the Hellions are gonna make it through just barely. Sen mismanages his queens, and the Hellions make it through as he was trying to swap the queens. Now, how many drones are gonna go down? 2 going down already. Is there gonna be, oh my goodness, Sen losing several drones. Sen losing several drones, losing like 7 or 8 already. Let's take a look at the income tab. His drones are dropping like flies. These Hellions are like huge fly swatters. inside the main base. This is so horrible for Sen. Oh my goodness, I know like half Zerg players right now, half the Zerg players in the world would GG at this point after losing that many drones. Are we going to see a GG? Not yet. Sen is at 11 drones, under 25. Income tab showing half and half difference. Sen is in a position of huge hurt. He's going to have to make something happen. He has researched speed, and he has been producing his money on speed links. He does not have more drones. And does he see the factory? He does see the factory. He needs to get a Zergling on this factory and take this thing out. He cannot allow these Hellions to continue producing, but the little one continuing to micro impeccably is going to continue burning the Speedlings down, and the little one in a firm position of control. The Speedling just is completely confused. Sen is like doesn't know what to do at this point, and the Hellions continuing their assault on the Zerg base. Sen doesn't even have a layer out. Do we have a fast Banshee? We do have a fast Starport at least, and it looks like medvacs are on the way, so we might possibly be seeing TLO elevator some of his Hellions straight into the main from this position right here. I think that's a very, very strong tactic. And look at that, we have the factory retreating, and the Hellions looks like they could be getting in position. Looks like they're just burning some of these Zerglings. I'm surprised that he has not researched Infernal Pre-Igniter, but I guess at this point it doesn't really matter. Oh, Sen sees everything. He sees the starport, he sees the factory, oh, and he knows that there's an armory down, so he knows there's a Thor coming out. So TLO here is going to go for the Thor ship, a Hellion into Thor ship transition, very standard play. The only thing about it that was a little bit off was that he did proxy his factory, and he did quite a significant amount of damage as well. Look at Sen's harvester count. He's been reproducing harvesters this entire time to catch up, but that means he is not going to have any army at all. Well, he does have some army, but are Speedlings really going to be enough versus the mighty Thor? It's going to be close. If TLO can micro this effectively, is he going to pick up his Thor? He needs to pick this Thor up so he can surround the Zerglings, or not allow the Zerglings to surround his Thor. Really close play right there. We also saw a transfusion used on one of the queens as well. TLO needs to be careful with this Thor, because if he loses this Thor, then that's all